Samuel was the person everyone counted on. If your heart was broken, he listened. If your life fell apart, he helped you rebuild it. If you were confused, he gave clarity. If you were scared, he offered comfort. He was the steady, patient friend who always showed up, even when others didn't. People described him as wise, kind, dependable, and strong. But behind the warm smile and calm voice lived a truth no one ever bothered to ask about. Samuel was breaking, quietly, slowly, silently. He had learned early in life that people liked him more when he solved their problems. As a child, he was the one who calmed his mother when she cried, who soothed his younger brother when nightmares came, who stood between his parents during arguments, trying to hold the pieces together. No one asked if it was too much for him. No one wondered if he needed help. They simply praised him for being mature, for being responsible, for being strong, and Samuel believed them. He believed that the only way to be loved was to be useful. Years later, as an adult, that belief still ruled his life. He was the friend who answered calls at 3 a.m., the coworker who took extra tasks so others could rest, the brother who lent money he didn't have, the neighbor who fixed things for free, the man who carried burdens that weren't his. People said, "We're lucky to have you," but no one ever asked, "How are you?" And Samuel never volunteered an answer. One evening, after helping a friend move, comforting another through a breakup, and supporting his sister through an anxiety attack all in the same day, Samuel walked home with a heaviness in his chest he couldn't ignore anymore. He entered his apartment, kicked off his shoes, and sat on the floor beside his bed. The silence felt unfamiliar. He didn't know what to do with it. For the first time in years, he asked himself, "What do I need?" And he didn't know the answer. He placed his face in his hands. His shoulders trembled. But he didn't cry, not because he didn't want to, but because he didn't know how anymore. He had spent so long being strong that he had forgotten what vulnerability felt like. He had given every piece of himself to others, and now that he needed anything, he found his hands empty. The next morning, Samuel looked at himself in the bathroom mirror. His reflection startled him. His face looked tired. His eyes looked hollow. He stared at the man in the mirror, trying to recognize him. That's when he noticed something strange. His reflection moved slightly slower than he did. Samuel blinked. Maybe he was tired. But when he stepped back, his reflection lingered for a second before following. His breath caught. He leaned forward. The reflection's expression softened in a way his own did not. Then the reflection spoke. "Why don't you ever take care of yourself?" Samuel stumbled backward. His heart raced. "This isn't real," he whispered. His reflection tilted its head, looking at him the way a parent might look at a child who has been brave for too long. "Samuel, you fix everyone. But no one fixes you. You comfort everyone. But no one comforts you. You carry everyone. But no one carries you. When will you stop?" Samuel felt his throat tighten. "Who are you?" he whispered again. "I am the part of you you abandoned," the reflection replied. "The part that needed love but never asked for it. The part that tried to stay strong to deserve affection. The part you forgot." Samuel shook his head. "I don't have time to fall apart. People depend on me." His reflection stepped closer to the glass. "And who do you depend on?" Samuel had no answer. The reflection's voice softened. "You think strength is never needing help. But real strength is knowing when to rest, when to say no, when to admit you're tired." Samuel's eyes filled with tears he had held in for years. "If I stop helping, people will leave." The reflection's expression saddened. "If they only stay because you fix them, they're not staying for you." Samuel's heart cracked. He sank to the bathroom floor, back pressed against the wall. His reflection sank with him, mirroring his posture but not his expression. Its face looked calm, understanding, almost loving. "You are exhausted, Samuel," it whispered. "You have been carrying the world for too long. Put it down." Even for a moment, Samuel covered his face with his hands. For the first time in his life, he allowed himself to feel everything he had buried: loneliness, fear, exhaustion, anger, grief. It came out in waves, heavy and overwhelming. As he cried, his reflection began to change. The dark circles under its eyes softened. The tension in its jaw eased, its posture straightened. It looked healthier, lighter, freer. Samuel realized something. His reflection wasn't healing because he was strong. It was healing because he was finally honest. He looked up weakly. I don't know how to take care of myself. His reflection smiled gently. Then learn. The same way you learn to take care of everyone else. How do I start? Samuel asked. By listening to your needs. By resting. By saying no. By letting yourself feel. By asking for help. By believing you deserve the same kindness you give. Samuel wiped his face. That feels selfish. No, the reflection said firmly. It's survival. Samuel stood up slowly and approached the mirror. His reflection remained soft, steady. Will you help me? He asked. The reflection nodded. I always have. You just never looked. Samuel placed his hand on the glass. His reflection placed its hand in the same spot. You don't have to save everyone. The reflection whispered. Save yourself for once. Samuel closed his eyes, letting the words sink in. For the first time in years, he didn't feel alone. He felt seen, he felt understood, he felt human. When he opened his eyes again, the reflection was just a reflection, but Samuel was different. He felt lighter, not healed, but beginning. He stepped away from the mirror and whispered, I'm tired of breaking quietly, and the mirror, though silent, seemed to reflect back a promise. It's time to choose yourself.